Hello everyone, this is David Kent with Kent Health Systems, and I'm here today to talk about the 3B Scientific Skill Builder package. So this component of the package includes a 29-inch table that has 3 inches of padding, which I can assure you is the perfect size. Not too wide, not too thin. Has many advantages. This table has a great face rest that adjusts different ways, different directions, which you definitely want to be able to do. It's also very easy to adjust the heights of the legs, and what's also nice is the way these handles are actually designed, you can really hook onto it. It's not round, so if you have any lotion on your hands or any cream on your hands, you'll still be able to quickly adjust the table, and that's very important. If you're going to have a good successful career, it's vital that you're adjusting the height of your table based on the body type that you have coming. I actually keep some special notes in my early years. When I was using adjustable tables, you want to know what height to put it at. If you're using an electrical table, of course, it's going to be a little easier to make that adjustment. So let's move on to some of the coverings that are included with this package. So besides having good equipment, it's also important that our patients are comfortable. So we want to make sure we have good covers on our table. Sometimes the tables get very cool in the evenings. So this package actually comes with a fleece table cover that very comfortable, adds a little more cushioning. And then also included in this package are flannel sheets by 3B Scientific. And that also includes a flannel cover for your face cradle as well. Now, also with the table and the cover, to make sure the patients are comfortable, we're going to take a look at the bolster that's also included in this package. So we have a bolster that, again, it's the same width as the table, has a nice comfortable handle on it, so you're able to pick it up. Some bolsters don't, so when you go to lift them, they slide out of your hands. The handle's going to be very helpful. Also included with this package are various different lotions from some different suppliers. So first you have your oil by Lotus Touch, which some patients like depending on actually the technique that you're utilizing, will determine whether you're using an oil or a lotion or a cream. And knowing that, 3B Scientific went ahead and designed a package that includes all the different lubricants that you'd need. So here you've got your oil by Lotus Touch. They've also included from Bon Vital a massage cream. Now that gets integrated more when you're doing the deep tissue work. So you've got your massage cream by Bon Vital, and then to top off the set, you also have here by Soothing Touch some of their unscented massage lotion. There again, you always want to make sure that you're using a quality product that's going to be safe for your patients. So that's again part of the package that 3B Scientific has designed for you. Now, not only do they give you the lotions, but they even give you a pouch to hold them in, which there again, you want to have. It's going to be nice and convenient to hook it on and do your work, stay in contact with the patients. Also included with your table is an entire cover. Cover has a nice big pocket in it for any of your other materials that you need to move. And then I know something that I had when I first got into business would be to actually have a carrier. This actually is adjustable, so you can adjust the height just perfectly for yourself on the handle height. Here you can see how that comes up so that we're able to use good ergonomics as we're moving from one patient to another. Lifting your table, hooking it over your shoulder, you're just setting yourself up with injury. So you want to make sure not only do you have good quality tools and instruments to treat your patients, but you want to make sure that you have the type of support so you're not injuring yourself and that you're able to provide a whole day of therapy or a whole week of therapy without needing tons of therapy when you're done. Now, to top the package off, we've also included in it the trigger point chart that I actually designed. There's 6 charts in one actually part of this package. So the flip chart was designed by me, so as I was out doing out calls or marketing, doing seated care massage, I could always have some educational materials to take along with me. Now, we talk about posture a lot with our patients. The question is, are you educating them about posture? We know that they sleep in this fetal position, they sit at their computers all huddled over, they're on the phone with their shoulder high. Well, that affects their different posture. I'm going to put this flip chart down so we can take a better look at it here. And like I said, we've got 6 charts in one. So right off the bat, I'm able to discuss with patients their posture. It's very easy to see. Many times I'll just take a photograph, but here I can show them that they have a high shoulder on one side, low shoulder on the other. I can discuss with them if their head is moved off to one side or we're seeing a hand coming around in the front. This is all important for the patient to understand why it's critical that they're getting treatment from you and that you're providing education for them, that they understand what the outcome is of the therapy. Now, typically when we find postural distortions, we also find trigger points, and many myofascial trigger points, regardless of the type of body work you're doing, you're actually treating. Whether it's cranial sacral, myofascial release, general massage, neuromuscular therapy, we're always, as long as we're treating myofascial tissues, you're treating myofascial trigger points as well. So showing patients a picture of some of their complaints. For example, let's say a patient came in and they were complaining of headaches. I look at their posture. I see they got a forward head posture. I see they've got a high shoulder. So I'll take a moment and I'll show them the high shoulder here. I'll even discuss how, like, as their head comes forward from that line, how their shoulder and their ear should all line up. So what happens is, as that head comes forward, all these muscles in the back are overstretched. And then when one shoulder's high, of course, all these muscles are tight on the high side, all the muscles are tight on the low side. So we need to create balance. Now, with that, we want to look at some trigger points here. So sometimes people have different challenges with their pain, and if you're able to show them an example of the pain pattern they have, I guarantee you they instantly know, they know that you know how to help them. So many times I'll just take a moment and I'll show the patients the different trigger points that they have. Actually, this one's all color-coded, so it's very easy. Let's say a patient said they had pain in the red area here, and that they had temporal headaches. Then all I need to do is, as you see all these color boxes up here, I just need to now follow the red dot. So page 1 gave me all the muscles on the back of the neck, superficial to deep. So I tell my patient, trapezius was being stressed by the high shoulder and the forward head posture. And then I tell them, let's go deeper. So as we go down the column here, I see a red dot, and I know that's what I need to circle. And then I explain to them, the white X is showing the common location of the trigger point in the back of their neck and how that can refer into the temple. So the trigger point is like the trigger on a gun, and then that referral is like where the bullet goes. But then we've got to go a little deeper. So we're going to go to the top of the next column. I see another red dot, so I'm able to let the patient know, now here's 3 muscles already on the back of the neck. And again, I show them where the trigger points are and where the referred pain comes. And then let's go a little deeper in the neck, and we see we get to the suboccipitals. Now, as therapists, we know, and the red dot is what told me to stop there, we may not even be able to treat that deep today. You know, we may only be able to get a few of these muscles accomplished or a few layers. So again, it's important for the patient to understand what the goal is and why more than one treatment will be necessary in many cases to accomplish the goal. Now, you've seen me writing all over the chart, and you must be wondering, what are we going to do with this? So when I'm all done, I just take a rag, I put a little water on it, and I just wipe the chart clean, and I'm ready for the next patient. Now, can't put all the muscles for the entire neck on one page. So, as you saw, page 1 included all the muscles on the posterior neck. Now, page 2 includes all muscles of mastication, any muscles that close the jaw, all the muscles of the TMJ are all put together, again, superficial to deep. We go a little farther here, we get into muscles of facial expression. So those are going to be the muscles that allow us to smile, to frown. And then finally we're going to get into the lateral neck and then the anterior neck. And again, superficial to deep. So with the pain pattern that we just saw, we were looking for the red dot. When I got to this page, I would spot the red dot right here on the sternocleidomastoid, which would, again, allow me to talk to them. Hey, if you've been seeing a lot of therapists, they've only been treating the muscles in the back of your neck and you're continuing to experience headaches. I need to at least check this muscle in the front of your neck called the sternocleidomastoid, because if that's harboring the trigger points that are causing the headaches or constantly getting them to return, and we don't treat that, then they're actually spending a lot of money and I'm spending a lot of time burning their money instead of really addressing the solution. So it's very important. This color coding, what it allows you to do is make sure that you've treated and isolated all the muscles that can refer pain into that area based on research. It's all based on the research of Drs. Travell and Simons. Actually, when you see these color dots down here and you see the paragraphs are listing all the muscles now in the order of their significance into referring pain into that area. So let's say you only had one muscle to pick for pain going into the red area. You just come to the list and whatever was listed first is what you'd treat. Now, we've color-coded that. So everything you see in this flip chart in the blue section deals with head and neck. Actually, I'm going to flip to the cover a second just so you can see how we color-coded it. Anything that's head and neck in this flip chart is blue. Anything that deals with the spine, torso, spine, thorax, and abdomen is purple. Green is upper extremity. Red is lower. Those same colors apply in the muscle movement, which we'll talk about, and we looked at posture already. So let's say someone comes in and they tell me, oh, I've got pain in my back. Or I'm out doing chair massage. Someone tells me they've got back pain. I always have them point to the pain, but then instantly I know I don't need to flip to the blue section. Blue is for head and neck. I need to flip to the purple section because that has to deal with the spine, torso, and abdomen. Does that make sense? And so it's always having things grouped together. Like here, when we get into the spine, thorax, and abdomen, first page is dealing with all the muscles in the back, superficial to deep. They start superficial and then it runs to deep. Actually, there's so many muscles in the back, it had to continue on to the next page. And then it rolls around to the abdominal area. So here again, this is very important. Let's say someone came in and they had pain and they're reporting lower back pain. And you've treated all the muscles in their back, they're still reporting back pain. Here again, by cross-referencing the research, it would have brought you right across to this, again, following the color code, the purple dots, would have brought you right here to the rectus abdominis. And you can see how the rectus abdominis can refer pain, not only in the abdomen, but also it will refer all the way into the back. So if let's say they were in a motor vehicle accident, for example, that seat belt tore or dug very deep, causing trauma to that muscle. Maybe the trigger point is something that developed many years ago when they were pregnant, if they were a female. Maybe it just has to do with posture. The cause really doesn't matter. What's important is that it exists and that we need to address it. Now, the other areas of this, we have green that will cover the upper extremity. Again, pages break us down into different regions. So here we have all the extrinsic appendicular muscles, anything attaching from the rib cage going out to the upper extremity. Your next page has all your rotator cuff muscles. Again, everything's grouped together because that's how we treat. And then it starts to continue down the arm, and then the next page takes you all the way down to the forearm. Same thing follows as we get into, here's our forearm and all the way down to the hand. And when we get all the way down into lower extremity again, we have it broken down to the gluteal region, we have it all the thigh muscles pulled together, hamstrings. Everything's always grouped, and not only is it grouped, but remember it's superficial to deep. So it's kind of a reminder, a refresher course for you as to which muscles to treat, what layers are going to be in, and all of the images are anatomically correct. Now, the next beautiful thing that I'm going to show you, especially if you have to do soap notes, if you're working with a chiropractor, you're billing insurance, or working in a medical office, or just sending notes out, or just making sure you're being thorough, the next section of this chart is called the muscle movement. So it's the joint range of motion muscle movement section. This is the sixth chart. So we had a posture chart, overview. We had 4 trigger point charts. We had a head and neck trigger point section. We have the purple spine, thorax, and abdomen. The third section of the trigger points is upper extremity, and then lower extremities, your fourth section. And then the muscle movements, your fifth chart, or is another chart, actually your sixth one here. And then it's color code as well. Anything blue, you know, head and neck is going to be found in that section. Anything purple, muscles in the spine, thorax, and abdomen. And again, you know, green upper extremity, red lower extremity. Not only that, but I've taken it a step further. So let's say someone is having challenges with a certain joint. Actually, let's talk about something very common here. You know, like if we get into the wrist, people are coming in, they're having carpal tunnel problems, they're reporting. Here you can see, not only do I list the muscles that move the joint, but we've listed the degrees of normal joint range of motion, and we've listed all the muscles, and the bold muscles, the bold face muscles, are the primary movers. So that's the main muscle that's causing that movement. So I think you can see here that 3B Scientific has really put together a phenomenal package. They've given you everything that you really need to hit the ground running. You know, and that's what's important, is that you have all the tools. You've spent all this time, energy, and money in education, and to not continue to have the right resources to fulfill your goals and to be successful just makes no sense to me. So it's important that you have the resources to get the job done. 3B Scientific is providing you that opportunity, and I hope you take advantage of it.